Hello and welcome to Monday with the Mayor. I'm Bradford Raths. We are back in Jasper with Terry Seitz.
Hello, Bradford. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So we have a time set now for the Country Club Advisory meeting coming up.
That is correct. September 25th, 6:30, and we're so happy that we'll be hosted by Clubhouse 61. Obviously, it sits on what used to be the entire Country Club property. We congratulate, by the way, the Hanselman families for turning Clubhouse 61 into another great Jasper asset. But having the meeting there to be able to look at the actual lay of the land of the former Country Club golf course, which the city owns, is going to be a pretty cool thing. I was at the Clubhouse 61 and looked at it, and that's when we decided that this is definitely the right venue. And we'll be, again, enabling the public to participate. If anyone of the many of you that were at the April meeting for the public forum of Downtown Jasper Master Plan, we used some public input with electronic tallying devices. We'll be using those again this time. So yeah, 6:30, September 25th. And we look forward to having City Vision's and Gamble Associates back with us for that.
So moving ahead, this morning you had a public hearing with the, not public hearing, meeting
It was
with
a
the
public hearing, yes. Yeah, it was a public hearing during the Stormwater Board, and then the resolution was passed to the City Council to do the following. We are going to have an increase in the stormwater rates. To mention another media group, I do want to commend the Herald and Candy Neal of helping to explain stormwater, wastewater. Stormwater is unfunded mandate situation that we have from the federal government passed through the state. Essentially says what goes into the Patoka River should be basically water like similar to what's in the river. And we have created a stormwater board because of that, and the funding for that has been a $2 monthly charge based on a minimum of 5,000 square feet of what's called impervious surfaces where water can't get in, your house, parking lots, whatever. And even the City of Jasper entities pay that to the Stormwater Board. So everyone does. And that was created 10 years ago. There's been some public education. These are all part of the 6 mandates we must follow. What has happened, though, in part of this, too, we've identified at a high level, medium level, then a low level, many projects that need remediation. In fact, I know that we currently are starting a project unrelated to the funding increase, hopefully, if that passes, that has been considered a quote-unquote emergency for at least 13 years. And unless you have a stormwater issue or you have water that backs up, you may not notice this. We think, again, this is a great way to attack a roughly $2.5 million of stormwater improvements that we can do at many locations throughout Jasper over the course of the next 7 years. And we're proposing an increase of funding from $2 a month to $3.96 a month. Ideally, though, that is self-funding all this work. If we had bonded or created something of another vehicle to help pay for this, we would have had an extraordinarily high outside cost, and we felt that this rate increase would cover that. So starting pending a council approval of the resolution, we will be starting in 2014 an aggressive 7-year project to remediate existing stormwater conditions that we have across the city. There are dozens of projects. They are not large ones, but they are too complex and too challenging for us to do all at once on our own. We generally correct a lot of our own work. These would be some that actually be engineered and contracted out. So it's pending council approval. There was no opposition to it this morning at the public hearing. I just wanted to alert people that this is really not a bad thing. Jasper, by the way, has the lowest stormwater rate charge, that $2 one, in our entire part of the state, even around the state. The average is $5. Even the $3.96 rate is far under the $5 average. And we do have charts of that. We have done a rate study. We can back that up and prove that. We're not just saying it. So it's going to allow us to do some work over a period of 7 years that will get us to a better level that, again, like it or not, there's no funding for it except what you create. We're very grateful for the citizens of Jasper being so understanding, because we receive these orders from the federal government through the state, and we have no choice but to really tackle them.
Okay. Speaking of the council meeting coming up, you guys are going to be unveiling a new website.
We are. We have funded and approved in the 2012 budget for 2013 The creation of a new website for the City of Jasper. Ours is approximately 10 years old and has served its purpose. The company that created it no longer does that type of work. They do assist us where they can, but it was time to freshen up to really be able to adopt some things. We'll have an action center on there for people to do some reporting of lights out or things like that. We'll have a lot of ability to post a news release across the website as well as send it to media, but it literally will be posted there and populated. We have ability to, again, update, communicate, use more pictures, and we're making it to the point of also being a very welcoming city. While there is a website, it's about city government, it's actually doing business here, visiting here, living here are key areas that we want to address as well. What we have, and we'll be doing a lot of linking from that to other organizations and websites within our city to strengthen what we have already. So we will unveil that. It's going to have a look that will be the City of Jasper's exclusively, and we'll be unveiling a city logo as well that we do want to roll out over a period of time and with respect to budgets and all that, so we can get some signage on cars and things too. And that'll be coming out to the council next Wednesday. It's not an approval. I mean, the process was already approved. This is just to share with them and show what we have.
So it sounds like a pretty exciting development.
Very much so. I do want to compliment all the team who worked on that, and it was a combined project with a couple of outside vendors as well.
Well, Mayor, we appreciate your time.
Thank you. No problem.
This has been Monday with the Mayor. We will have more news right after this.